Good evening.
Hello.
What's happening?
Hey, everybody.
Hey.
Hey.
How come I'm the only one in an office? Everybody else is like having fun somewhere.
Actually, I think Jorge's in an office.
Oh, is he? Okay. Jorge's office background looks way better than mine. So.
Yeah, Jorge, your head's a little dark, but the background looks amazing right now.
Right.
Oh,
that changed. Okay, so hey, welcome to 5x5 Night, everybody. You're there. It's beginning. I'm Paul Moore. I'm with Stark Garden, and I will do a quick explanation of 5x5 Night. There's 5 minutes, 5 ideas. Each presenter has to present to these 5 judges. They get to use 5 slides, and then at the end of the night, somebody goes home with $5,000. So that's it. The judges that are here tonight, how about we introduce ourselves? I introduced myself as Paul Moore with Stark Garden, but maybe we could have our guest judge introduce herself.
Sorry, I was on mute. Sonali Ellen with Mercantile Bank, the only one working in an office other than Jorge, I guess.
I'll go next. I'm Lori Sapinski with Stark Garden.
And I'm Daryl Ross with Stark Garden.
Jorge, you've got to speak.
Maybe he's muted.
I don't know.
And that's Jorge Gonzalez. He's also with Stark Garden.
Thank you for stepping in there, Daryl.
I got your back, Jorge.
Yeah. So, and next up, do we want to get into the contestants? Who's going to be presenting, and we will jump right in.
Let's do it.
All right. So we're hearing.
Hey, wait, hold on, Paul. I'm looking in the chat, and I'm seeing that there's a few people, Jorge included, that can't hear.
Oh.
So, the contestants backstage, some of them can't hear. So maybe we're working on that.
I'm having sound issues.
Okay.
We can't hear you, Jorge.
Murphy said she's on it.
So I'm not on camera but I cannot hear anything.
So hey, Jorge, why don't you try signing off and then signing back on? And Murphy, I think we lost Jorge. Maybe you take him out and then bring him back when he's got his technical issues resolved. Yeah?
Yeah.
All right. Well, how about we take a minute to see if we can't get Jorge back in as we're dealing with these COVID issues. Lori, do we have sponsors that we would like to talk about that we might talk about later?
We certainly do, and we have one of our sponsors here with us tonight. So it's Sonali. So Mercantile Bank is our sponsor for this evening, and we are grateful for not just your sponsorship tonight, but actually your support of Stark Garden's work throughout the year. So we are very happy to have you, and thank you very much.
Oh, you're welcome. This will be great. It's a lot of fun. I did this one other time. So judges, I'm going to rely on you guys to tell me what's good and what's not, because this is only my second time judging.
Well, how was the first time?
The first time was a lot of fun. People have really cool ideas. So it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, no, I'm excited about tonight. I think it's going to be competitive tonight for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
And is there anything we need to know about Mercantile in your job there, Sonali?
I thought we had a video that we gave you guys. Are you not playing the video about Mercantile Bank?
Yes, we are. We're going to play that
later, but right now we're.
Oh, right now, okay, Mercantile Bank. I was like, wait, I don't know your process.
Way to follow the ad lib, Sonali. Way to follow it.
Is there not an agenda for this event here? We're formal bankers. We like a formal agenda process. We are the largest Michigan-based bank now. We are in, I think, 19 or 20 counties across the state of Michigan. Headquartered right here in Grand Rapids, right here in Leonard and Front. focused on small business lending, large business lending. We really started here, right here in Grand Rapids in 1997, focused really on business banking. So this is well suited for the work that we do.
All right.
Very cool.
Hey, Paul, why don't you tell us one of those funny jokes you always tell?
I just go with the moment. I can give my little soapbox though to everybody who's watching. So as people are pitching, I highly recommend use Facebook. If you're watching on Facebook Live right now, use the comments, comment on any of the presenters. Probably the biggest deficit in switching to virtual when we started doing this is that there's not that time for people to network in person with the entrepreneurs who pitch, and that's always been the most valuable part of the night, way more than $5,000. So if you're watching and you have an idea around somebody who's presenting, somebody they should meet or something they should try or a connection you can make for them, please try to reach out on the Facebook so they can go back and look at it and contact you later. That's my sermon.
I'll just add too that the fact that we have to do this virtually is unfortunate. I mean, it's fortunate that we can still continue to do it, but being able to meet all the participants and everything is really something that we miss, and especially after the event is over, because obviously there's only going to be one winner, but 4 other people, have pitched their ideas, and so we will definitely connect with people after the fact. But yeah, I mean, I think we want to support everybody that's pitching tonight.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. All right. Well, I think they're still working out. I'm looking in the chat. There's a Wi-Fi issue, and it looks like it's affecting one contestant. And Jorge, it looks like the contestants are set. Is what I'm getting. We start rolling, and when Jorge is able to get in,
let's roll with 4x5.
Yep.
All right, 4x5 done.
Let's do it.
Murphy, we're jumping right in with Trax Footwear. Brandon Forbes, welcome, Brandon. Welcome.
Oh, thank you. Well, my name is Brandon Forbes. I am a MD PhD student. I actually just got out of one of my medical school courses, and I'm the owner of Trax Footwear, or what we would call the next step in the evolution of footwear. Now, if you could go to the second slide, please. Oh, that's the first slide. Okay. Yep. And now with the big idea, I guess we see it as it's our model is straightforward. It's a win-win-win kind of model because we already have the intellectual property, the patents and trademarks, and with a patent licensing agreement, we're looking at a licensing contract. And that's one of the first wins. The second win is that not only is our footwear fun and entertaining for kids as far as making sounds, and kids can find their footwear a lot faster. Our footwear is designed to help keep children safe and protected. And the third win is how both our company and the state of Michigan can benefit financially. And I put at the bottom of that slide. Right now, our attorneys are in discussions with Nike and Puma, and they're trying to negotiate $5 a pair. It might seem insignificant, but at $5 a pair, 1 million pair, and Nike sold 78 million pair last year. We're looking at $5 million, and that's not a cap because it could be 4 million pair, and $20 million. But if you look at the corporate income tax at 6% times $5 million, that's $300,000 that can come back to the state of Michigan. So it's definitely a win-win. Okay, can you go to the third slide, please? Why should we care? Because it's not a local solution for a local problem. it's really a global solution to a global problem. And it's like I was saying before, not only is our footwear designed to be fun and entertaining for kids, where they could find them faster by the shoes makes different animal sounds. You'll roar like a tiger or bark like a dog and leave the prints in the snow and mud. But it's also designed to, the technology is designed to help save a kid's life. And, for example, last month, a father in Virginia was backing out of his driveway and he heard a thump. So he got out of his truck and he was looking around the vehicle and he discovered that he had crushed his 2-year-old son. And so I left these statistics up where at least 50 children are backed over every week, and 2 of those children are killed normally by their own parent. And I have 2 of those beautiful little faces. Those are 2 of the kids that were killed. And then the kids that are missing. It's estimated that 2,300 kids go missing every single day. And our technology in the kids' footwear is it's designed to communicate with vehicles, and so that vehicles can see those kids early, as well as helping parents to locate their kids. If we have a kind of a geotechnology, a geo-tracking technology, so that if the kids leave that area, that parent is contacted, so they'll know where their kids are. Okay, if you can go to the 4th slide. Who am I? Well, I'm a patented inventor, and I am the owner of multiple intellectual properties. And why am I the right person to make this a reality? Besides already having the patents and the trademarks, our attorneys are currently in discussions with Nike and Puma. See, Nike is doing something similar to what we're doing as far as putting technology in their footwear to communicate. But ours is slightly different, and they're very interested in it, and so is Puma. And the last slide, the 5th slide, please. How will the $5,000 help? Well, besides the current ongoing negotiations, and I kind of have it in there in that paragraph where all in all, not only will $5,000 help create children's footwear that makes fun and entertaining sounds, but it will also help create a 3D prototype. That's what we need it for. A 3D prototype that's designed to help keep children safe and protected. And but if we look at the brass tacks, I was thinking about this, and the true essentials of what I'm talking about is how one kid that's backed over and one kid that goes missing is one too many. So in essence, with that $5,000, we can prevent kids from being crushed, backed over, or run over by their parent, and kids that prevent kids that go missing. So in other words,
I got to cut you off, Brandon, because you went over time. So judges, questions for Brandon here.
Brandon, I think we read a little bit, obviously, about your idea. I'm not sure that you fully gave an explanation of what exactly it is. It's shoes. It's got a technology in it. Are you manufacturing the shoes, or is it just the technology? Could you give a quick overview of?
Oh, no. Oh, absolutely. And I apologize for that.
That's okay.
We have, we actually have, if you can see it, we have the patents. We have the patents for this. And it's actually technology that's in the footwear. And it's the technology that so not only will they, and the mom or the dad, they have there's a mobile app involved. So if the shoe is missing, then it's easy to find using that mobile app or a handheld controller, because it'll make different animal sounds. But the technology in it is there's multiple types of technology in it. And I think that is what's interested in getting. That's why Nike and Puma are interested in that. even the technology that the satellite-based technology, for example, if that kid goes missing, we have different types of satellite-based technology where the parent can know exactly pinpoint that location anywhere in the nation where that kid is located. But I think the more interesting technology is the technology that we have that's capable in that shoe, that's capable of communicating with the parts and components of the interior and exterior parts and components of motorized vehicles. So even if you have an older vehicle, I have a 2007 Pontiac, and if it doesn't have the newer technology, our technology and our patents are designed to go into the rear view mirror or even the steering wheel, and you can exchange those. So when that kid is under the car or walks in front or behind the vehicle, it automatically communicates with that steering wheel, or it automatically communicates with the rear view mirror, and it'll let that driver know in advance that that kid is around that vehicle.
All right.
I think that's what Nike is interested in right now. It's a
So,
huge,
Brandon, I
huge
have a
multi-million-
question.
Yes.
This technology that you have, does it have to be installed in a shoe? Can it be something that somebody purchases and installs somewhere else? Are you just saying a shoe because in general a child is always wearing that shoe? But does the parent have to buy multiple shoes? Can it be transferred from one pair of shoes to another pair of shoes?
I'm happy you asked that, because to answer your question, we have that technology can go in a wristwatch. That technology can go into a pendant. The technology can go into multiple things, smaller things that you can carry in your person. So no, it doesn't. It's not only in the shoes. In fact, it's even designed for to go into in our patent to go into an animal collar. I mean, there's over 1 million animals that are run over by vehicles every single year. So the same technology that we have that could prevent a kid from getting run over or injured can go into that animal collar. So there's multiple industries for this.
All right. Hey, I think we gotta cut for time so we can move on to the next contestant here. But thank you, Brandon.
Okay. You're welcome.
All right, Murphy, is it who's up next? The Chartreuse sisters? All right, Allison and Mallory, welcome.
Thanks for having us. Let's get started.
Yeah, go for it. Your 5 minutes is starting whenever you start.
Awesome. Imagine walking through a doorway and immediately being transported. You're struck by the smells of browning butter and rich dark chocolate. You hear fresh madcap espresso being ground in the background as you take the first sip of your perfectly balanced and Instagrammable mocktail. Hi, I'm Mallory.
And I'm Allison.
And we are the co-owners of Chartreuse Sisters, a French-American fusion patisserie currently operating under cottage food law. We combine French and American pastry techniques and pair them with flavor profiles found in both cuisines to create unique and exciting treats. Our goal is to renovate a location in Uptown Grand Rapids that will provide outstanding baked goods and beverages inspired by our French-American heritage in a welcoming and visually stunning environment. Before Chartreuse Sisters, Allison and I worked in film. We've always been storytellers, and therefore, when we decided to start our own company, our intention was to create a genuine connection with our customers by sharing our nostalgic relationships to our products. By frequently showing our faces and utilizing them in our logo, we've developed a strong personalized presence on social media. By creating a connection between ourselves and our products, we then create a connection to our customers, in turn providing them with a richer and more memorable experience.
Next slide, please. At the start of 2020, we began building brand awareness through pop-ups and collaborations. In March 2020, we were in the process of moving from a home kitchen into a shared commercial kitchen to become a licensed bakery when the COVID-19 pandemic shutdown began. In order to continue to grow in a responsible and safe way for both us and our customers, we pivoted our business approach by offering delivery and pre-orders for monthly variety goodie boxes, as well as custom orders. Since our first monthly goodie box, we have consistently sold out. Our most recent goodie box sold out in 3.5 hours. In May, we were approached by the Bradbury Cafe to pop up next to their location. Our first pop-up event sold out in 25 minutes, and we've sold out every pop-up since. In addition to our regulars, we've seen an increase in walk-up customers who are tempted by our products while passing by. Considering the Bradbury is located 2 blocks away from our future storefront, we have been able to verify that our target clientele frequents this neighborhood.
Next slide, please. By June of this year, we had surpassed our total overall sales from 2020. We've also increased our followers on Instagram by 180%. From consulting with Madcap and the data we've compiled from our own pop-ups, we estimated total sales of $57,000 a month. That's $684,000 a year once we transition into a storefront. The company is currently run and operated by yours truly. We do all the baking, tasting, marketing, photography, packaging, labeling, delivering, communication, social media, etc. Although we have and continue to be very successful, there are only 2 of us, and we are limited not only to how much product we can make in a small kitchen space, but also the restrictions of being under cottage food law. Under cottage food law, we are restricted not only in what we can make, but how much. We are not able to surpass 25,000 in sales in a year. With the increase in followers and customer demand, we need to take this next step and move into the storefront in order to continue to grow.
Next slide, please. We have signed an LOI at 800 Wealthy Street in Uptown Grand Rapids at Eastern and Wealthy, a corner with great visibility. It's one of the busiest intersections in the area with a traffic count above 10,000 per day. Currently, we are working on a lease agreement with the owners, and in order to secure it, we will need to cover the cost of our first month's rent and a security deposit totaling $4,400. If we are awarded the $5,000, we would only need to cover $400 after taxes.
Next slide, please. Our Patisserie Cafe will address multiple unmet needs in Grand Rapids. Our modern European interior design will provide a comfortable and transportive experience for our customers, offering a colorful relief from the many colder, neutral, black and white styled cafes found in Grand Rapids. We plan to bake goods throughout the business day, giving us the advantage to sell more due to scent marketing. According to scent marketing experts, people are most receptive when all 5 of their senses are activated. A report from Scentia revealed that utilizing scent marketing showed an 8% improvement of food quality satisfaction scores without making any changes to the food served. Along with our espresso menu, we will provide mocktails, making us one of the first dry bars in Grand Rapids. As part of our beverage program, we will also provide immersive tableside experiences for our customers. That, along with our monthly rotating menu, will create an exclusive experience for our community, guaranteeing more consistent patronage. If we are awarded the $5,000, we would be able to secure our location, propelling our business dreams forward and making Chartreuse Sisters what we've always envisioned, a transportive, relaxing environment filled with delicious smells, tastes, and sounds. Thank you so much for your time and consideration.
All right. Nice use of time. I have a couple of questions, and judges too. So when you said you were selling out at your various pop-ups and your monthly goodie boxes, like how much is that under cottage law that you were able to make and sell at that time?
Yeah, so our monthly goodie boxes, we consistently sell 30 boxes, but we have in the past done more than that. We've done a couple of delivery days, like up to 60 boxes, or recently we sold about 50. It really comes down to how much we're able to do and how much space we have for storage. So that's pretty much it for that. And then as far as our pop-ups go, we've been averaging about 94 items, 116 on the higher side. And we found that customers are purchasing about 3 to 4 pastries when they come to those.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, so I was kind of getting to like so you rent the new brick and mortar space and you take on that overhead, and it's like you cover that first month and then the deposit to cover the lease. But then based on what you've been doing, what do you need to do in order to cover your overhead each month?
So we've actually calculated our monthly costs, and it's very estimated right now, based on the information we can get. Obviously, we have to wait on certain things, but our estimated costs are $29,000 right now. So that still gives us quite a bit of space with what we're estimating for the revenue that we'll have.
Is that annual or monthly?
Monthly 57 and monthly 29,000 would be our cost. And then we also are looking into other pitch competitions and loans right now for that extra capital to get us started. And then when it kicks in,
So wait, costs annually or costs monthly? Where the 29,000?
Yes, monthly. Sorry.
So each month you got to come up with 29,000.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep, and that includes our staff, our front of house and back of house supplies, accounting, legal, utilities, and all of that. Again, is estimates at this point, but
Okay. Other judges?
I'm just curious, it's trying to figure out which corner of Wealthy and Easton.
it's across from Counting House and like kitty corner to Lee and Birch.
Yeah. So it's the building that's been untouched since like the 70s. It's actually a historical building, which is really cool.
Yep, from 19.
Okay. Thank you.
So who do you think your greatest competitor would be?
Yeah, so right now, the only person who's really doing French pastries is Gabby Gourmandise, who's in the downtown market. But as we were kind of saying in that last slide, we haven't really found anyone who's doing everything we're doing, like utilizing scent marketing. In bakeries, typically that's not a thing. In restaurants it is, but bakers usually come in early, bake, and then they go home. So you don't have that smell throughout the day. Also, having the mocktails is something that is not really seen that much when it comes to cafes. But specifically, since we do French-American fusion, these are mom's French and our dad's American, that's something that we have just not seen in Grand Rapids. So it's something like taking a choux, which is a French pastry, but making a s'mores version, which is very American, and trying to combine our two worlds.
Yeah. So how many units do you need to sell each month, like average, in order to break even?
So right now, it's more, we have the sales. So right now it's averaging 2,000 a month. Again, we are breaking even. We have some money left over, but again, it's just, right now we're just stuck and we just can't do more. So we know that we could definitely sell more than that, but just in our space and just with the two of us and having to do pop-ups,
Well, and I'm curious because I'm not a baker. I don't run a bakery. Is that kind of comparable to like local bakeries? Like I'm just blanking on everybody's name right now.
Yeah, so it's definitely what we're doing right now is much lower because we don't have that space, and that's why we need to move in. But when it comes to kind of other like cottage food law bakeries, it's, I would say, comparable, if not a little bit more.
And a big difference with moving into the space is that we will have beverages, which we don't have right now, and that's going to greatly increase how much we'll be able to make per month.
Yeah. Well, I got what I need. How about the rest of judges? Feeling good?
I'm good.
All right. Thank you, Chartreuse Sisters.
Thank you.
Like your branding. All right. Who's up next? Murphy. Murphy's in the background, by the way, if you wonder why we keep referring to Murphy. She's running the show. So let's take a moment to thank Murphy Ackerman for running the program. So when we keep saying, next slide, Murphy, you know who we're talking to. The Sticker Garage. So it's Jose and Alicia. You're up.
Next slide, Murphy.
Thanks, Murphy. Bonjour.
Hola.
Anin.
Hello, yo soy Jose.
And I am Alicia.
And we are
the Sticker Garage.
Next slide.
Next slide.
What is your idea?
We're a minority-focused wrap company that helps small and startup businesses promote their dreams. With the impact of COVID, many restaurants have been forced to close their doors to the public. So many hardworking people have learned to evolve with changing times. With that being said, the food truck industry is absolutely exploding. Many minority food truck companies don't know where to turn because of language and or culture barriers. We break that gap for minority-owned businesses as a common ground and a safe place to come for marketing and branding their food trucks. While we are consulting with our clients, we make sure that all their promotional and marketing needs are met. Next slide.
Next slide. Why should we care about your idea?
We are dream makers.
And wait for entrepreneurs.
I dream big.
And we work hard.
We motivate every single client and work with Kinder Hands. Many sign and wrap companies are only order takers. It's just a job for them. This is where we set ourselves apart. We dream with our clients and we grow their dreams as if their business is our child. In the process, of this, our clients develop a paradigm shift and begin to manifest their future. This makes our clients a repeat for life, and they become not only our biggest fans, they become our sales force.
We change lives.
And that's why you should care.
Next slide. Who is Jose and Alicia?
So let me paint you a picture for a second. 16 years ago, I stood in a garage on a Friday afternoon, and I had a torch, a knife, and some stickers I printed off of a Roland EcoSolvent printer. And I walked out of that garage defeated on a Sunday afternoon, knowing that I was going to have to pay out of my own pocket because I burned the side of the van. Since then, I've wrapped for Budweiser, McDonald's, and many other entrepreneurs all across Ohio and Michigan. And I've even trained people in other sign companies. I have wrapped in gloss, chrome, matte, and even satin vinyls. Gun Lake Casino, which I'm sure you guys all know who they are. Their very first billboard was installed by me when I was 6 months pregnant 12 years ago, right off of 131. Stickers, they run really deep in my veins.
Who is Jose? Jose is a guy that come from Dominican Republic like 20 years ago without speaking English, with $100 in my pocket and a lot of drinks to become the American dreams. I failed many times, but I never quit and always fight for my dreams, and that's who I am. Next slide.
Next slide.
Next slide.
So,
how will $5,000 help us?
as I'm sure you guys know, there's a lot of us, you know, the sticker people. Many wrap, but is their quality certifiable? Well, only 252 are 3M certified graphic install companies in all of the United States and Mexico. Out of that, only 12 are women owned and 3 are minority owned businesses. But in Michigan, the statistics are staggering. Only 4 of these businesses are 3M certified, and out of those 4 businesses, there is absolutely 0 women or minority owned businesses that are 3M certified in all of Michigan. So who's next with your help?
We are the next one to be certified.
The Sticker Garage.
Right.
Mama P.
3M is very important brand. So that's like the best quality of material in the industry. So when somebody want something of the best quality, our certification is going to be in the 3M website. So that will help us a lot with our clients.
We'll also be able to be on 3M's website as a certified installer.
Thank you so much. Gracias.
Yeah. All right. Thank you. And judges, do you want to jump in?
Yeah. So, do you guys have a location? Do you go? How does this work? Do people bring their vehicles to you? Do you go out and do it in the community?
So currently we do not have a garage. I do have access to a lot of garages around Grand Rapids, Michigan, also around the entire state and Ohio. So if we need to, we can go to any of our clients. In one of our slides, there's actually a photo of me wrapping in a rainstorm with lightning and high winds and thunder because my client purchased his
trailer
food truck on a
Nebraska.
Thursday, had it here on a Sunday in Michigan, and needed it over north of Detroit on Friday afternoon.
Yeah.
So I wrapped through the night to make sure that I could meet their deadline. And that client panicked and he was like, oh my gosh, we don't have any shirts. We don't look professional. I packed up, I drove over there, and I promoted their business after we printed the shirts in-house for them because we make sure that they're ready.
They're
to be
ready,
able
look
to
professional,
do what they
t-shirts, stickers, everything that they need.
Well, I mean, it seems like you guys obviously have the experience, you have the passion. I think what I don't understand yet are the numbers, like what sort of startup costs do you have to get the sticker business going, and then how many customers does that turn into in order to start making money?
So it's pretty cool. When it comes to startup costs for our business, we really don't have any because I've already got the years of experience. When a customer purchases from us, we buy what we absolutely need to. So we ask for a down payment. from our client, and that makes sure that they don't back out of the situation or anything like that. So we purchase non-refundable vinyls, and we print on them. If we don't print ourselves in-house with the printer that we already own, then we outsource it fairly locally, and we pay for it that way with the down payment, and then we receive the reimbursement afterwards. So the $5,000 specifically will to be able to become 3M certified and one of the best installers in the country.
Yeah, so I mean, it sounds like it's pretty cash forward, like you have everything you need to do it now, you outsource what you don't have in order to get the job, and it's just, you're gonna go to quote the client, whatever you have to quote in order to get the job done, you just don't have the 3M certification, yeah?
Correct, yes, we wanna make sure we're the best. We wanna make sure that we can provide the best superior quality for our clients.
All right, anything else, judges?
You mentioned that you do food trucks. Do you do any other, like, I mean, the only thing I know is the buses, right? The buses get wrapped. We all see that, but do you guys just focus specifically on a specific industry, or do you do any kind of wrapping?
So that's definitely a good question. We do focus on food trucks mainly because of the boom in the industry, but any client that comes to us, it doesn't matter if it's Joe that wants a color change on his car, or Bob that has a fleet of semis, we're going to do it for him.
And we can wrap in anything, just beside cars, boat.
Basically
jets,
anything.
All right.
How many vehicles can you do in a month?
Oh, we are doing so far 4.
Between the two of us, if I worked every single day, we could get 2 to 3 done a week easily. Once we're certified, I guarantee our speed will drastically improve. I am a lot more advanced than him, and we should be able to wrap possibly even a vehicle a day.
And how much is a vehicle typically?
Depending on what you're looking at and how long the vehicle is, but a lot of times a food truck runs about $3,000 to $5,000. We can always work with startups, smaller businesses where it could be $250 is their budget, and so we can do basic graphics on it.
Yeah.
Right.
So we can work within the client's budget to make sure that we can put them on the map the best that they can within their budget.
Awesome. All right, I got what I need. What about you guys? Feeling good? Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Vamos, Pete.
Bye.
Gracias.
So wait, I think, are we at the last one? Is this 4 or is this 5?
I think this is 4.
Okay, 4. All right, we got 2 more to go. So, Predico Technologies, welcome.
Thank you.
Hello.
Curtis. Hello, everyone. Next
How's it
slide,
going?
please. Next slide, please. My name is Sujin Lim. It's spelled S-U-J-U-N as you see before, and I am the founder of Predico Technologies. And at Predico Technologies, we aim to predict, not detect seizures. Next slide, please. Seizure is serious. It can cause life-threatening injuries, impact the quality of life of many patients, and inadvertently, some patients may also put their loved ones at risk. Imagine a scenario where seizure happens to a mother when she's holding her child in her hands. That's a dangerous scenario. According to CDC, there are 3 million adults and 470,000 children diagnosed with epilepsy just in the United States alone. Besides epilepsy patients, people who have experienced traumatic brain injuries, or cancer patients who have undergone chemotherapy or have disruption of brain tissues due to cancer have to deal with seizures as well. Currently, patients can use a combination of different medications to manage seizure, and there are more than 30 FDA-approved drugs in the market. But that's it. These drugs have really bad side effects, and if you use over time, patients may develop drug resistance. There are a number of apps in the market today, and the market is actually quite big. The seizure monitoring and wearable market size is estimated at $1 billion, with a healthy compound annual growth rate at 7%. But none of them is able to predict, not just detect, predict seizure before it happens, which is what really matters. And why does it really matter? Because number one, safety. And number 2, control of daily activities. If patients and their caretakers can prepare before the moment, knowing that seizure is about to hit, they can minimize the stress of uncertainties in life and take life challenges confidently. Next slide, please. The idea is to predict seizures with EEG. Seizure happens when there's an abnormal brain activity, as shown on the slide here. For decades now, we can monitor brain activity by using EEG, as shown in the figure in the middle. It's a pretty elaborated machine, as you can see here, with many electrodes attached to the scalp. Patients have to go to clinics or hospital to get this done, and therefore it is absolutely not portable. But as technologies advance, and as we speak today, many innovators are working hard on miniaturizing EEG, as shown in the figures on the right. 2 of the examples are shown here. Predico Technologies will build off of the success of these innovators. Next slide, please. Oh, next slide, please. Oh, sorry, previous slide. Thank you. If I win the $5,000 today, the $5,000 will be used to build a prototype to seed this ambition. I will build a small team, build the necessary hardware that can take the EEG readings onto the machine, run the algorithm, and deliver the result to a mobile app in the hands of customers. If I charge a subscription fee of $25 a month, that's $300 a year per user, with just 1% market penetration, just in the epilepsy market alone, that yields an estimated $9 million in revenue. Next slide, please. Again, my name is Sujun. S-U-J-U-N is how you spell my first name. I'm the founder of Predico Technologies, and I have a PhD in genetics. I have research experience in data analytics, and I have 10 years of experience in IP monetization. And this is just to say that I speak the language of both science and business so that I can put a team together and make this a reality. Thank you for your attention.
Yeah, thank you. Claps. So, so tell me, so you need to build a prototype. It sounds like what is all involved with the prototype? I mean, are you building the actual sensors that need to be attached to the head, or just the interface that they plug into?
Great question. So on slide 4, if you can recall, so I'm not building the sensors, I'm not building the EEG machine, but I want to build off of the success of the innovators today. After you miniaturize the EEG machine, Predico Technologies can step in and take the data, run the algorithm, and spit out a result onto a mobile app for customers to hold it in the hand. So essentially, we are the analytics team, not the sensors, just analytics. But we need some hardware to run the algorithm, because maybe one day we can run it right on the mobile phone. But today, we need an intermediary hardware. Raspberry Pi is what I'm thinking, to build a prototype, to run the algorithm, take the EEG reading, run the algorithm, and spit the results out to a mobile app.
So where's the EEG technology today, as far as, is there a common product that a user can just use in their home and apply it? So
Excellent question. So we have used EEG for more than 20 years, maybe 30, since I want to say since the 1920s. But as you see, if you remember the figure, it's a pretty elaborate machine. You need 30 or 50 electrodes attached to your brain. Usually it comes in a cap. So that's definitely not something that you can buy and use at home. But that is why with technological advances, we can we have a smaller chip. We can make a lot of things more portable and wearable. That's what a lot of people are working on today.
Mm-hmm. So do you find yourself in a situation where you're waiting for that easily wearable EEG technology to catch up to what you need it to do? And for someone to be, for a mom to pop it on while she's breastfeeding or whatever?
Yeah. So the time is now, because there are a ton of at least a dozen teams that I know of who are miniaturizing EEG and have proven it to work. And I know that at least there's a prototype since 2018. So the technology is there. The market need to catch up, and I know that the market will catch up eventually or soon.
I'm sorry, I've dominated here the question and answer time. Judges, do you have anything else that you want to get into?
I just want to confirm, I think this is what I got, but you're you're going to use the technology that's being created at some point or has been created, but just not mass produced. And then
Yes.
you're going to create the analytics device that's going to then transfer that data into a mobile app that's already created, correct?
You got it.
Just want to
Yes.
make sure. Okay. Thank you.
And sorry, jumping in just out of curiosity. So and is there studies that show that you can predict a seizure as far as being able to monitor minutes or even
Yes.
hours prior to?
Yes,
the moment?
absolutely. In the scientific literature, you can already predict seizure if you have access to all these EEG machines, right? And not only that, there's a patent that is expired, so we already know how to do this in
Yeah.
the scientific field as a whole.
All right. Well, I think I got what I need to know. Other judges? Feeling it? Lori's clapping. It's a very silent clap. Jorge's clapping.
Thank you
The
very
world
much.
is clapping. Everyone is applauding. Thank you, Sujin. All right. And this is it. Again, reminder to people watching, please reach out on Facebook if you want to suggest anything to these presenters. Athletic, Ashton Keys, you're up.
Perfect. All right, first slide. I'm ready. So hey everybody. My name is Ashton Keys. I'm a Detroit native as well as alum from Michigan State. But ultimately, I'm the co-founder of Athletic, where we're giving brands unprecedented access to partner with the top student athletes in the world. You can next slide, please. So why this is extremely important and why we're doing this is, if you guys did not know, on July 1st, the NCAA passed a groundbreaking law that allowed student athletes across the country to start to monetize their name, image, and likeness. But one of the big stats that we stand out at our company is that 86% of student athletes are actually considered to be living below the poverty line while they're playing at their institution. Another stat is that 50% of student athletes actually say they commit most of their time or commit 50% of their time either on academics as well as their sport. So student athletes actually don't have the time or opportunity to go out and try to vet or find opportunities for themselves. You can go to the next slide. So what we created is a fully integrated marketplace that connects student athletes to endorsement partners in a seamless way. So what it is a two-sided marketplace where student athletes actually create an account on our profile, our platform, as well as connect their social media accounts and state what type of deals they're looking to. So if they want to do a social media post, they want to do appearance, they want to do a commercial, they can actually set the price. And then brands on the other side as well create an account on our platform, and then they can actually submit deals and offers to those student athletes. Why that's extremely important is because this actually has to be governed and monitored by their university. So on the back end, as a business actually submits an offer to a student athlete, it is actually submitted to the compliance officer, who is the person overseeing deals at the university, to oversee and manage their endorsement opportunities. You can go to the next slide. As far as our team, so I actually come from a background in technology and product management. So I actually launched the Rocket Homes mobile marketplace at the Rocket companies, as well as did some consulting for Tesla, Rivian, and Amazon. My co-founder actually worked in corporate partnership development, where he worked for the Cleveland Cavaliers, as well as did some work at Rock Nation, where he facilitated over 10 corporate brand partnerships for athletes and musicians, totaling over $500,000 in new business revenues. Can you go to the next slide? So how will the $5,000 help us? So currently, we actually already raised grants from major brands such as Mountain Dew, Cadillac, Lighthouse Labs, and the CVC Capital Partners, and the build the product MVP that I just showed you. So our product is actually already live. We actually have about 600 plus athletes already on our platform, working with brands, negotiating opportunities. Since we've launched on July 1st, we've actually facilitated 17 brand endorsement deals, with the average deal length being 6 months. So that's actually putting recurring revenue in these student athletes' pockets every month for the next 6 months. And most of the brands that we're working with are actually looking to continue that past the 6 months. But our initial goal is we want to get 1,000 athletes to be above the poverty line. So that's actually the amount that we're looking to put in every one of those athletes' pockets by the end of this year. And to get to that is one of the things about the brands is they want to work really hands-on. So a lot of our process has been really helping the brands, because this is a new industry, a new space, find out which athletes they should partner with and giving them recommendations. But we actually want to use the $5,000 to update our product MVP to utilize a AI recommendation provider so that we can automate the process for brand partnerships. So to go into detail, what that means is everyone on here has a Facebook or Twitter and things like that. So when you get ad recommendations of brands that you should purchase, they kind of create a profile for you. So essentially what we're going to do is, as an athlete, when they connect their profile, they already connect their social media accounts. So they connect their Instagram, Twitter, and things of that nature. So we have the data of who follows them, what they engage with, and what they interact with. So actually we can use that data to say, hey, for example, Mountain Dew, you want to market with, you want to grow in an area such as Minnesota to people in a demographic of 18 to 25. This athlete's audience on Twitter is in Minnesota, and the most of his followers is age 18 to 25. So we can actually use that data to make a recommendation for partnerships to help them reach their goals. And that actually automates and simplifies our process to be less hands-on, so we can get more and more partnerships as we scale up beyond the 600 athletes on our platform. So I'm super excited to be able to be a part of this process, but also the main thing is our main goal, which is to really transform the lives of these student athletes. I actually just heard about a story earlier where we were talking about a student athlete who literally had to go back to campus because when he went home, he did not have Wi-Fi to do his classwork. So he had to actually stay on campus. And stuff like this, which is $1,000, can make a big difference in their lives and change how they see the world moving forward.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, Ashton.
Thank you.
Clapping. The world is clapping. So these 17 endorsements that you said that you've been able to secure that are averaging around 6 months, like what's the value of those?
Yeah, so the highest is $12.50 a month. So someone's getting $12.50 a month.
Like $12.50 or
$1,250. The main is around like $600 though. The main is around $600. But I am actually in the process of negotiating helping an athlete negotiate with a big, he's doing it on a platform with a bigger retailer, and that's around $10,000 annual. So that's a big one, and I'm super excited for him to be able to get that opportunity.
And so, do the athletes set the price, or are you?
Yeah, so the athletes set the price. One of the things, and that's something we've learned as we start to go through the process, is it's a new industry for them. So we do have what we call calculators, where they put in their social media handle, and we kind of give them an estimate based on their estimated reach, who follow them, and things of that nature. But that's just the starting point. They ultimately have control of their pricing. We just kind of guide them or help them through the process to see how much they are worth. Because a lot of athletes they never done it, so they just don't know where to start. We can give them the stepping stone to get to that point, but we're not telling them how much they should charge.
And so this AI that you want to build out is more for the sponsor end, where it's pulling up, it's giving them walking them through. These are 5 that really hit your profile that you're interested in.
Exactly. So the big thing with brands is like right now, because it's so new, they're relying on us to help do the same thing. Literally, most of the brands, the 17 deals, the brand will what's their engagement rate, where their audience, because we already have the data, so we know where their audience located, what's their engagement rate, what's the age demographic of the areas that they're looking to, of the age demographic of the audience for the certain athlete. So basically what the AI would do is literally just look at that to say, all right, this brand, I want to really reach 18 to 25-year-olds in this area that are interested in beverages. We can actually see that because just like how Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, they already know these things about us. That's how they market us and get us to pay so much money from their advertisements. We're just using it for good to help brands and athletes partner and have things that are authentic. Because a lot of times when you think about influencer marketing, people are dumping money, but it's not authentic or genuine relationships. So they're actually wasting their money and time in their advertisements. So this actually will help them reach the right people that they're trying to grow with.
Yeah. Other judges?
So Ashton, how do you guys make money?
Yeah, so similar to normal marketplaces, like I don't know if you heard of Cameo, where we take a commission on all deals facilitated through the platform. So ours is a little lower than Cameo. Cameo takes 25%. We actually do 20% of deals transacted through our platform.
And is that who's paying that? The brand or the athletes? Not the
brand.
athletes.
The brand.
Yeah.
We don't charge athletes anything.
Right.
Anything else? No? All right. I feel like I got what I needed. Lori is clapping. You did clapping. I will clap. It's like a very loud clap. Imagine it being, I mean, you know, you work with athletes. Imagine a roaring stadium. All right. Thank you, Ashton.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right. So this is where we go away and we deliberate. However, we should probably plug the next 5x5 night before we run out of here. So we're going to go away for about 15, 20 minutes. We're going to deliberate, and we are going to then return and announce who's going to win the $5,000 for the evening. Daryl is already deliberating as we speak. When we return, you guys should know that we are in the middle of the Star Garden 100 and our 100 demo day, which is going to have 100 entrepreneurs all competing to be among 10 that'll each get $20,000. That will be happening at 20 Monroe Live on September 29. September 29 is also when we would normally do this event. So we will not have a September event. We will have an October event. And there will be a new 5x5 night website going up in the next week or two. And so for those of you that have submitted in the past and found it to be a little bit buggy, the bugs should be cleaned up. But definitely anybody and everybody is invited to come to the Demo Day event on September 29 at 20 Monroe Live. Definitely check it out. It's probably the biggest entrepreneur event, at least in the region, on that day, and it is incredibly inspiring to see everybody out there hustling. So come to that, and then also an idea for the October 5x5 event. And with that, we will step away and come back in hopefully 15 minutes with a decision, and somebody goes home with $5,000.
Cool.
Exciting.
All right.
We already know we have the resiliency in our community. We already know we have the brilliance and untapped wisdom, right? So for us, it's just really easy work. We just come meet people where they are and give them resources to, again, keep going. We already know we have the resiliency in our community. We already know we have the brilliance and untapped wisdom, right? So for us, it's just really easy work. We just come meet people where they are and give them resources to, again, keep going. We already know we have the resiliency in our community. We already know we have the brilliance and untapped wisdom, right? So for us, it's just really easy work. We just come meet people where they are and give them resources to, again, keep going.
I didn't know we were coming live again.
Oh, hey, we're back. Okay.
We are back.
We are back.
All right. So we're back, and I believe our people are backstage, and Murphy's going to bring each one up as we give them feedback. After we give them feedback, we'll announce who wins the $5,000. Again, put it on your calendar. September 29 is demo day. You will see 100 of these that you saw tonight, all in one space at 20 Monroe Live. It is our favorite event of the year. We also put it on. It would be our favorite if we didn't put it on. And then we'll be back for 5x5 night in October, so submit an idea. So, shall we begin? I think Brandon with Trax Footwear is up first for some feedback. Hello, Brandon. How's it going?
My brain is tired. I mean, 6 hours of med school, just tired. Thank you for asking.
So I can't even imagine, and I won't say that I can. Hey, Brandon. So thank you. So here's the thing. I think that what we really liked about what you were pitching is that it seems like a really novel way of making kids safer in a way that's not intrusive, in a way that a parent would feel comfortable with, in a way that a kid would be okay with. I think what you're doing with wearables is a great space to be working, and so you should do it. I think the downside was just that we knew very little about the product or the business or all of the different varieties of the ways that it could be used until the very end. And so I think, you know, a piece of advice I think for anybody pitching is it's always difficult to present like you need to, you know, 1% of a category, you know, to do it, or Nike did this many shoes, but really getting into some of the numbers around like, here's how many, you know, here's how many children's shoes are sold a year. If this device were in there, you know, this is what we could expect to sell. That's, I think, probably the only feedback that I have as far as how to improve on that pitch. But with that, that's all the feedback we got. But
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, and good luck in med school.
Oh, thanks.
All right, Murphy. I think we got the Chartreuse sisters coming up. Who's got them?
Hey, so we loved your idea. Obviously, the pastries look amazing. You guys clearly have thought this through. The presentation was excellent, and you know, we're excited for you guys. I think the thing that we would like to have heard more about or understood a little bit better is understanding how you know, clearly you're successful at pop-ups, you're successful at all of the smaller events that you're doing, but figuring out how that translates into your space and with the costs of the facility, you know, going to a revenue of, I think you said like $57,000 a month, and with expenses at $29,000. I think we would like to have heard a little bit more about that growth and how you expect to do that. So, yeah, that would be our feedback. But very, very great presentation. And
Thank you.
Beautiful pastries.
Thank you.
All right. Next up is the Sticker Garage, Jose and Alicia.
Hey.
Hi.
Hi.
Hey guys, so this is Jorge. I think you guys know me, and I get to tell you about a wonderful presentation that you guys made. I think it's very important, the mission that you guys are doing, especially when it comes to, you know, being 4 of the 3M certified people in Michigan doing this kind of work, especially when there's 0 females owned and 0 minority owned companies. But I think you guys are on to a great thing. I know you guys. I know that you guys are doing great things already in the community. And the only thing that I think I would have liked to see more in the presentation was more of everything else that you guys do, not just the food trucks. Because food trucks, I know, and Alicia, you alluded to this, that, you know, it's the momentum right now. It's what's growing. It's what's happening in the city. But there are so many other vehicles and so many other avenues that I think you did mention on that, but it was just more that, you know, you guys do so much more than just rapping, both of you that I know. But overall, the presentation was great, and I'm proud of you, and I know that we're definitely going places. So thank you, guys.
Thank you. Gracias.
All right. And I think we got Predico Technology next with Sujin Lim.
Hi, Sujin. So you did a great presentation. Thank you. And we were really impressed that you were working on a legitimate problem in a space where technology is really growing quickly. The challenge we had was that you are somewhat dependent on other industries and other people to develop their product, that your product is dependent on their product and the success of their product. So that was kind of the challenge we had. But maybe once those products are developed, I think that there would be a better venue for your product.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right. Sonali just like came in there fast and hard with that feedback.
Daryl told me to be fast.
That is like, can I have a commercial loan? Well, let me tell you exactly what the answer. Okay, so next up is Athletic. Last up is Athletic.
Ashton, great company, great pitch. Very rarely am I excited. I'm actually super excited to hear and see what you do. I mean, I think you said it best. It's a new industry, a new space. The way you guys are bringing innovation and technology. at a time where people are commoditizing their individual talents and strengths. It's very timely. You take in the unique history of sports where athletes were getting paid. I mean, it's almost even a financial justice tool. So I love everything about it. Love you guys. Great pitch, great program. So good luck.
Well, that's the best feedback anyone ever got. Congratulations. So I think we were debating who gets to announce the winner. But first of all, I do want to say, get on the soapbox for a moment. We talk about the winner and we talk about who's going home with $5,000, but I want you to know that about half of everybody who gets on the stage at 5x5 Night is still running with their business or some variation on their business that they pitched. So the importance of you reaching out to anybody and everybody who pitched tonight, not just the person who wins $5,000, is critical. And I also want to just applaud everybody who got up and pitched, because it is not easy to do what these 5 people did on any day of the week. So clapping for them in the most modest COVID production way we can. But you guys were awesome. Again, reach out to any one of them and help them out. All right, so with that, let's get to the winner, and we're gonna do something different. You ready? 3, 2, 1.
The winner is.
That was a 3, 2, 1 all together. Like,
the winner
is Athletic. Congratulations.
It looks scripted.
We screwed that up.
We're not good at this.
That was so pathetic. Oh God.
Very sad.
Ashton, hey, I mean, as Daryl pretty much said it well. I mean, we were all like, wow, this is a thing. But and Ashton is running with it. It was awesome to hear. Congratulations.
Thank you. Super excited to have your support, and yeah, it's been I would say this, it's been a crazy month for sure, and it's so surprising because we've been working on this for 2 years, so it's all crazy to be looked at as an industry expert in something, so quickly. So a lot of brands are really coming to us and looking at us for their advice, which is mind blowing to think about, like how many major brands don't have a strategy yet and are looking at us to really guide them and help them figure this out.
Yes. Yeah. And to everybody else, we're going to reach out to you and sit down, because again, the reason we selected you to pitch is because we like you all.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I will definitely be reaching out to the other 4.
Yeah.
For sure.
And we're definitely going to find ways to continue to support you. I mean, all 5 ideas were awesome. All 5 ideas were great. Unfortunately, every month we get to choose one. And this time, definitely Athletic definitely caught our attention, but not to say that the other 4 were not as equally important. So definitely Lori is going to be reaching out, and I know us 3 other directors are here to support you. Thank you, Sonali, for supporting us. Mercantile Bank, you rock. And we hope you continue supporting us.
Of course. Thank you. It was fun. I learned from you guys, and I've obviously from everybody that is so creative to come up with these brilliant ideas that they're pitching. So
yeah. Seriously.
Good job.
You keep cutting the checks, we'll find the company, Sonali.
All right.
All right. Thanks, everybody.
See ya.
Peace.
September
Have a good
29th.
evening, everyone.
September
You better hurry up, or Paul's gonna keep talking.
I'm gonna.
Bye.
Bye, Paul.
Bye.